Hi.
Hi.
Coming out?
I've got homework.
Do it later.
I don't know, because you see...
Come on, they've got this new Space Invaders place. Dead good down at the old roller rink.
Hang on a minute, then. I'll just tell Mum and go.
So, what do you think then? Groovy, eh?
Ah, it's all right for your bank account, isn't it?
Don't knock it, mate. All those 10p's could buy you a couple of decent players one day.
You don't think it's just a wee bit of moral taking money from kids for things like these?
Immoral? Nobody's twisting their arms. Besides, I'm providing a public service, aren't I? I mean, if they didn't come in here, where else would they have to go?
There was me thinking you were just doing it for the cash.
The trouble with you, Mac, is you're a cynic.
Oh, they let you out of jail again, have they?
Funny man. I knew he'd be laughing on the other side of his face when he finds out the job.
What do you mean? No one says Mac's the best manager United have ever had.
Yeah, well, there won't be a United for very much longer, will there?
How do you mean there won't be a United for very much longer?
What I said.
That's stupid.
You reckon.
You mean you think they'll get thrown out of the Fourth Division? No chance. My dad reckons that with Mac in charge, they might even get promoted this time.
Not thrown out, just sort of not be there anymore.
Well, how could that happen?
Could happen to any soccer club these days, couldn't it? I mean, if they went out of business.
Why would that happen to United?
It's going to. Only they don't know it yet. You'll see. And when it does happen, just remember I told you so, eh?
Of course, I think it's a direct descendant myself of Logie Baird.
Jeez, did you say Logie Baird or Yogi Baird?
Oh, get lost. I mean, I don't know how he can spare the time myself from working on this new missile system he's developing for the government in their backyard.
Will you get a missile run?
Oh, good eye.
Hi.
Changed your mind, have you, about joining the club?
No. Look, you know Mac Murphy, don't you?
Well, he ought to, since he's living with him.
No, what I mean is, if you told him something, he'd listen, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I suppose he would, yeah.
Then I've got to talk to you.
Well, go on, then.
Well, not here.
Look, I do just happen to be in the middle of a game
It is important.
I don't mind waiting. Well, don't let me come between you.
2 minutes, all right? Hold that.
Take as long as you want.
Woodshed.
That's cheating.
Shh, it's gamesmanship, isn't it?
Well, United go out of business. Barmy.
He was dead serious.
I reckon it's just Bernie. He's all mouth and trays. He's putting you on.
Supposing he isn't, and he has heard something. Well, don't you think Mac at least ought to know about it?
Kids talk, it has to be.
She's convinced he was dead serious and that he has heard something.
Crazy.
Yeah, but on the other hand, though.
What?
Look, Bernie's father is Charlie Russell, right? Now, happens to be an associate of Ivor Chalmers, who just happened to be trying to buy himself onto the board last week.
So?
So maybe he did hear something that he shouldn't have done.
That's right. Becky says he spends half his time when he's in the house listening at keyholes.
And then there is the other thing that we haven't worked out, right?
What other thing?
Chalmers came on that he was an old United fan, and you said yourself that he was lying in his teeth. Now, if he wasn't a fan, then why is he going to put up $500,000 just to get on the board?
Look, you're quite sure this kid isn't just making all this up?
Positive. She's not like that.
I'll make a few inquiries, all right?
What did he say?
What I said he would. That it was just kids talk, Bernie shooting his mouth
Look, I
off.
honestly don't think it was.
Yeah, all right. But anyway, thanks, all right? Hey, look, you and Bernie are still mates, eh?
I suppose so.
At least he thinks so, right?
Right.
So why don't you go and talk to him again, eh? See if he'll tell you anything else.
Don't know about that.
Why not?
Be a bit rotten. Like spying on him.
Come on, Becky. I know Bernie Russell. I'm telling you, if it suited him, he'd do it to you without giving it a second thought.
Just because he would doesn't mean I would. It's dead sneaky.
Yeah, but we don't know what's going on yet, do we? Except we could close United down. Look, I know it might seem like a load of old rubbish to you, but United Football Club is important to a lot of people who live around here. And our supporters club is important to us.
All right, I'll see what I can find out.
Now, how the hell did you come to get knocking around with Bernie Russell anyway? Must be his only friend in the world.
Live next door. I only moved in 3 months ago. He's the only one of my age in the row. And nobody else to talk to.
So why don't you go and talk to him again, eh?
Hi.
Hi.
Coming down the outer space. It was dead good the other day.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
Yeah, there they are. Look.
You know that thing you were talking about yesterday?
What thing?
About United going bust?
Oh, that, yeah.
You were just having me on, weren't you?
Was I?
Well, weren't you?
Of course not.
Soccer clubs just don't go bust.
Why not? Only business like everything else. And if blokes running them see they're losing money, well, sell them off, don't they?
But Rasputin wouldn't sell that club for anything.
Who says it'll be up to him?
But he owns United.
At present, yeah. For how much longer?
All right, sir. Thanks a lot then, Vince. Appreciate it. Come in. Hi. Well, our Mr. Chalmers not all that charming, apparently, when you start digging into his murky past.
All right.
Just had one of my mates in CID check him out for me.
Well, you tell me he's bent.
Officially, no. By which I mean they've never been able to pin anything on him that would stick. Unofficially, they reckon he's been involved in a dozen dirty deals and always managed to get away with it. On the proceeds of which he's built his supermarket empire.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of things for you as well.
Oh, yeah?
Charlie Russell's son's been shouting his mouth off again the other day, and he actually reckons that you're not going to own this club very much longer.
Does he?
It's not all. I was talking to that sports reporter on the phone, and he says for the last 3 days somebody's been mopping up all the shares they can get their hands on in United, except the ones that you own, of course. Guess who's been buying them?
Has to be Russell or Chalmers, right? Well, go on then, surprise me.
You'll never guess.
Dunmore United Supporters Club, Derek Cassidy speaking.
Derek, could you come over to my office?
I wonder if you'd come over here, Mr. Jones. I do seem to be a bit up to my eyes in things just at the moment. If you wouldn't mind, I'll hang on for you. Goodbye.
He wants me to go over and see him.
Well, I would like to say to you, on behalf of the club, how really grateful we all are. Fine, yes. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, I trust I'm not interrupting anything too important, like what you've just said to the Prime Minister about what you think should be in the next budget.
Yes, well, you see, I have been up to my eyes a bit.
So all you've been up to, is it, Derek, from what my spies tell me?
Oh?
I take it the rumours are correct about you buying up shares in this club behind my back?
Well, there's no law against that sort of thing, is there?
You're supposed to be on my side.
But there are times when considerations of personal friendship do have to be set aside.
Right. Well, I'm telling you here and now, I know the name of the game and the blokes behind you in it, and I'm also here to tell you that you'll never make it.
Actually, Mr. Jones, if you'll excuse me, we already have made it.
You what?
I'm afraid I have to inform you that you are no longer the principal shareholder in Dunmore United. I am.
You've got more shares than I've got?
60%, actually. Well, we could have got a lot more, but we didn't really think it was necessary.
We being you, Charlie Russell and Ivor Chalmers, right?
Yes, but at this moment in time, I'm not in a position to divulge information of that kind. But I can tell you that there are likely to be some new faces about at board meetings in the near future. Including mine.
You're joking.
Hardly.
Derek, you on the board? You have to be.
Is that really all you got out of him?
Look, I told you, he wouldn't say another word.
Oh, she did her best. You can't ask for more than that.
Right. Can I have your attention just for one moment, please? I thought perhaps you might like to know that plans have just been completed for the formation of a junior section of the Senior Supporters Club. What? This will be properly run along proper lines and with proper supervision. Membership will be strictly limited and available only with the approval of my committee.
Which leaves us out then, right?
All applications will be considered strictly on merit. But of course, it goes without saying it's hardly going to be open to hooligans, vandals, and troublemakers. And of course, you do realize that the setting up of such a section means that the existence of this club is now quite irrelevant. Thank you.
You can't kick us out just like that.
It's not a question of anyone being kicked out. We are merely regularizing the situation, bringing into the club the sort of youngsters that we've always really been looking for.
Mac can never let you do it.
Mac is merely the manager. For the moment. Well, now, I am sorry about all this. But if you'd had the good sense to approach me in the first place, none of this sad business need ever have arisen.
I'm telling you that's the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about it.
But surely Rasputin can.
Look! Do I have to put it down in writing for you lot? Mr. Jones is no longer in charge. Cassidy and his merry men are. And I'll tell you something else for nothing. If things go on the way I think they're going to go on, then I'll be out my ear myself.
I can't believe it.
Well, you better believe it, because that's the way it is. Now, if you excuse me, I've got some work to do.
Well, there must be something we can do.
Like what?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Look, if Rasputin can't even do anything, what chance do we stand?
That's right.
I know you've got a mug box, sir.
Yeah.
You said that all that got in it was some list or something.
Yeah, it was a shareholders register.
Well, what's that?
It's just a list of names and addresses of everybody who's got shares in the club.
Only one night when I was around Bernie's house, old Cassidy turned up and there was some sort of meeting with Bernie's dad and some other fella.
Was it Ivor Chalmers?
Well, I don't know him. But anyway, Bernie was listening in as usual and he got me at it. And they were on to Cassidy about some list. And it was the shareholders list. Yeah, and they said it'd be in Mac's office.
What else did they say?
Well, nothing much, except they wanted Cassidy to help them.
So you think that might have been Cassidy wet your beard?
Ah, come on, he wouldn't have the bottle.
Now, hang on, though. If it's like Max said, and it's been Cassidy who's been buying up all these shares, they must have been working from some sort of list.
Well, it must have been the one in the office. Well, it's too much of a coincidence for it not to be.
He's right, yeah. Which makes that list stolen property.
Right.
You've still got it.
Yeah, problem being, how do we prove that?
Well, if we get it back, that would be proof, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but how do we get it?
Well, it could still be back in his office. I mean, if he's been ringing around people making offers for shares, that's where he'd do it from, isn't it?
Yeah. Knowing old Mingy Cassidy, he wouldn't pay for his own phone calls if he could use the free club phone.
Yes, that could still be there.
She's right, you know, it could.
Right, let's go and find out, see if it is.
Right. Yeah, come. You two stay here and keep a lookout, all right?
Yeah, right.
It's not, we'll find out.
I suppose he is. What do we say?
Let's just ask him if we can put him down for a sponsored swim. Right, you look in the filing cabinet up at the desk.
What are you two hanging about for?
We're waiting to see you, Mr. Cassidy.
Waiting to see me?
Yes, Mr. Cassidy.
About this junior sports thing he was on about. Mr. Cassidy.
Membership will be strictly limited and available only with the approval of my committee.
Do we need membership forms to apply to join?
Yeah, we'd like to apply, Mr. Cassidy.
Yes, well, they're not quite ready yet. And I think it only fair to inform you that as far as you're concerned, you'd almost certainly be wasting your time. Not to mention mine. Go on, clear off.
Get them.
Ah, terrific. Right, let's find Matt. Yeah, come.
Hello? I'm afraid I'm a bit pressed at the moment, Mr. Jones. Of course, if you care to come over here...
You'll be very highly depressed if you don't come over here. So if you know what's good for you, come now.
You wanted a word?
Sit down, Derek. Recognise that, do you?
Yes, that's the shares register of the club.
Which was stolen from this office about 4 nights ago.
What?
And found a few minutes ago in a drawer in your office by this lot here.
How dare you go through my things? I should call the police.
Don't threaten them with the police, Cassidy. It's you that's in trouble with them.
Me?
When that fire was nicked, it wasn't just a case of breaking and entering. In the course of it, Boxer here suffered grievous bodily harm.
You're surely not suggesting that a person of my standing would be responsible.
Why not? It was found in your office.
And you had been using it, presumably, to mop up all these shares.
Yes, but it was given to me.
By whom?
Mr. Russell and Mr. Chalmers.
Oh, yeah, well, that's your story, Derek. I expect they'll deny it. So why don't we just inform the local constabulary and let them decide?
No, just a minute, please, Mr. Jones. Look, I'm innocent.
A
I'm
crime
entirely
has been committed, Cassidy.
Yes, but not by me.
These shares you bought, whose name are they in at the moment?
Mine.
But bought with Chalmers' money, right?
Yes, the idea was that when I'd got enough, they'd be made over to him.
Well, I tell you what, Derek. I'm prepared to give you the benefit of the doubt and believe that you didn't know this register was nicked.
Oh, thank you,
On
Mr.
one
Jones,
condition. I want you to sell those shares to me, and not at the inflated price you paid for them, at the proper price.
Yes, but it's not my money. It's Mr. Chalmers.
So tell him to take it up with me if he wants.
Well, he's not going to be very pleased.
Off you go, then. There's a good boy. Oh, and Derek, a word of advice, eh? Keep out of the share market. You can't cut it, mate.
You're not going to boot him out, then?
How could I, even if I wanted to? Chairman of Supporters Club, democratically elected. Besides, it's the best chairman we ever had. United would collapse without it. We need somebody round here for a bit of light relief, eh? Good morning.
You'll never get away with it.
I already have, mate. You're looking at the proud owner of nearly 80% of the shares in this club.
In that case, I think you owe me some money.
I do.
Those shares were bought on my behalf at 10% above the price you've paid for them.
Ah, yeah, but that's how it is with shares, isn't it? The price goes up and down all the time.
I'll sue.
Well, that should be very interesting, I reckon. I'll be in one court being sued by you, and you'll be in another court explaining to the coppers how you or one of your thick-eared friends broke into this place to nick the shares register and clobbered a kid in a process.
You can't prove that.
Won't be my job to, mate. It'll be the police's, and with your track record, they'll only be too happy to try.
Look, Rasputin, we're both businessmen, right? Interested in making money.
Suppose there had to be something we had in common.
This town is screaming for a centrally situated hypermarket. But there's no space in the center. And by knocking down the United ground, we can make that space. And millions in the process.
So that's what it's all about. Well, well, well.
Well, what do you say? You got the shares. Either he has got the know-how.
Sorry, Charlie. I just have this thing about lying down with dogs. You may have no objection to catching fleas, but I do.
I'll fix you, Jones. Believe it.
You'll be surprised how many men have said that to me over the years. Oh, Charlie, if you wondered how we got onto you in time, I'd have a word with that charming son of yours. Apparently he's got the biggest ear since Brer Rabbit and a mouth to go with him.
Wait, what do you think you're doing? You're hurting my arms.
What's the idea of blabbing to that lot down at the club about my dad's plans for the place?
Somebody had to. They were going to close the club down.
Yeah, well, thanks, Joe. I got a white card for my dad.
Yeah, and if you don't want another one, mate, I'd let go of our arm.
I'm not scared of you.
Keep saying that and doing nothing about it. So either do something now or just get out of here.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Believe me. You, coming down the club then?
When I finish my game.
Everywhere you go, everything you see, someone say you know it's a tragedy. Find another place, 'cause you can't play here. Don't want any lecture there. You know it's gonna be alright if we stick together. We're gonna have a fine, fine time if we stick together. No more mindless empty days. But you know it's gonna be alright if we stick together. We're gonna have a fine, fine time if we stick together. No more